Guess who was sewing on Friday? And guess who's got a lot of tidying up to do before she can crack on with her week? Wish me luck. It's Monday, the start of a new week, and it's also my last full week on Chibi Designs before I go back to nursing for the first time this year. I am using my amazing Indie Roller Making It Work planner for this year, so it's just kind of getting used to how things are going. My first protocol is to obviously work on the orders that have come in over the weekend, and then I'm going to be working on my Valentine stuff. Let's get into it. It's Tuesday morning and I actually have no open orders. Ordinarily I'd be in a bit of a flap about this, but since I've gone back to nursing a bit more, it's definitely taken the pressure off, which means that I don't have to start worrying so much about paying the bills, which is a big bonus. It also means that I can make good use of the time to implement my Valentine's launch plan, and I also have this huge pile of bits and pieces that I need to go through, along with a good few courses that I have started for the business that I really could do with finishing, and a whole host of other planning bits. So today is definitely going to be an admin day. The first new card for 2022 is this one, perfect for Valentine's or anniversary, and it's a hand illustrated cheese and pasta with the quote, "You are the macaroni to my cheese." Very apt, as me and Mr. Chibi are obsessed with macaroni cheese. So I've obviously designed it, done a print test, make sure it's all printing out as it should do. I'm happy with everything. The next stage is now to put it up into a digital mock-up, ready to get it listed on Etsy. As it's Tuesday, it means that I have a YouTube video due out for tomorrow. So obviously you're going to be watching this in the future. So the YouTube video that will be due out tomorrow is me discussing my challenges of 2022 and obviously having a look back at all of the goals that I set for 2021 and whether or not I managed them. This year I'm changing things up and I'm actually using my iPad to edit. It's a much quicker process, and although it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the DaVinci Resolve that I usually use on the computer has, it's definitely making life a bit easier. And as I'm all about simplifying this year, definitely a winner. So I best get this ready so that I'm not late uploading. Well, that was quick. I've already managed to finish editing the video and that will launch tomorrow, Wednesday. I am finding the Adobe Premiere Rush app really easy to use. It's a lot quicker than the DaVinci Resolve as well, which is good. So it's going to be speeding things up all over for me. And now I've got a little bit of time before it's time to pack up and go to get Chibi Junior for school. I am going to do a little bit of sketching on a new Valentine's design. I have some orders to do. Yay! I have got some sunglasses to make up. I need to finish hand cutting this Art Deco card, and in about 2 minutes I have to join a wholesale live course, which I am hoping to use to push my wholesale game this year. So it's going to be a bit of a busy morning because I also need to juggle all of the Valentine's items as well. So hopefully I remember to film, and if not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys, I knew I wouldn't end up filming. It was a pretty hectic session, but now I've finished for work, come in, done all the housework, and I've actually got a bit of time. I was going to go out and do some work, but it's really cold, so I've got my lovely fleece, my hot water bottle, and best of all, Boo Bear. I've got this beautiful girl here, and we're going to have a bit of a snuggle and watch some Netflix before I have to do the school run. So I'll check in with you later. It's Tuesday and I've already done my day 2 of my wholesale course. I'm finding it really interesting actually. I hadn't put much thought into my goals for wholesale this year, but I did know it was something I wanted to focus on. So just having this course at the beginning of the year is definitely helping me to focus and to figure out exactly what I need to do to expand on that. Part of the wholesale course is obviously a late launch for Valentine's, and so I am frantically trying to get everything ready. And in typical printer fashion, the Canon has decided that it doesn't want to cooperate. So here you can see, I have no idea why it does this. This box around the image itself doesn't always do it. The same hand illustrated image, but on a slightly different design, no box. As you can see, the colours are also off. So yet again, I'm having to go back and look at the ICC profile because that one and that one is a big difference. This one is very faded, but it's actually closer to the colours that I wanted. This one is slightly oversaturated. So I'm not sure, it's back to the drawing board. Regular viewers will know that I've had nothing but problems with my Canon IP8750. It did go through a phase for about 4 months or so that it was really behaving and I was quite happy with it. And now it's decided to start off 2022 by being irritating. Fingers crossed I'm going to be able to get it sorted. It's Friday! Bit of a tricky start to the day. Mini meltdown on the way to school with Chibi Junior. Totally my fault, we were running late and so it meant that she couldn't take a scooter. So very sad, and now I'm suffering with major mummy guilt. Back to work today, and I have got one final session on my wholesale course, so that is in a minute. I am pleased to report that yesterday I managed to get my printing problems sorted out, no box, and the colours are spot on again. We have 2 card designs, technically free, slightly different wording on 2. So on the pizza and dough balls, we have got you are the pizza to my dough balls. Everybody likes pizza and dough balls. And also we make the perfect pair because pizza and dough balls definitely do. We had a funny conversation, me and Mr. Chibi about do people prefer garlic bread or dough balls anymore? We are probably more of a dough ball family, but that's only because I make them from scratch, and if I'm being lazy or don't have the time, then it's definitely garlic bread. And the second design is you are the macaroni to my cheese. So I am focusing this year on putting some more of my hand illustrated work in. These are obviously fairly simple designs, but I think that they work well on greetings cards, especially with slightly quirky design styles like this with these sayings. So yeah, I'm quite liking those. I've got to get them up on Etsy because already I'm running behind with the retail launch for Valentine's Day. Not technically my fault and doesn't really count as a failure on planning and keeping it simple. It's more because this should have been done last year. I know that I chatted last year about having to start my Valentine's items really in kind of October time. It didn't happen. I had obviously started back at nursing, so yeah, it was a bit of a juggling fiasco, but we are on it. I've stripped everything back and I am on track to finish my pared down Valentine's launch for later next week. I've mentioned lots about scaling down my launches this year, and the third item for my Valentine's Day launch was going to be this lovely little card here. And I am now in two minds whether or not to have it with this cream insert on the Etsy photo to get people to click through, or to go with a red one. I know that red is definitely more for Valentine's Day, but I think that the cream helps it stand out a bit more. I'm going to hop onto Instagram and ask in my stories and then get people to vote and definitely go with whichever one they decide. Bit of a problem. I spotted something when I was uploading this to Etsy. Dough balls. It's supposed to be two separate words. I don't know why I didn't catch it. So I have now had to basically go back and delete all of my mock-ups and start from scratch with them all, which has now put me really behind. I have managed to get it listed on Etsy, but I was also hoping to get it put onto my website today, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I'm all about introducing healthy boundaries this year, which means not overworking. So I don't know if I'm just gonna have to roll that over for next week, or maybe do a bit of sneaky work this evening, which I'm not supposed to be doing. I don't know. Oh, I'm just so cross with myself because obviously it's a good wasted hour having to redo it all, but never mind, it's done. I've at least spotted it before I've had some sales, or worse, started advertising it on social media and had people point it out to me. So good save. We're going to focus on the positive. It's Friday and it's the end of the week. In lots of ways, it feels like this was my first proper week back after the Christmas holidays. I don't know why, because of last week was my first full week, but working to a schedule better this week has definitely worked. And I'm not feeling as stressed and as burnt out as usual. I mean, it could be because I've had some time off, and last year I didn't really take any time off, but I think setting these boundaries of only working for 4 hours during the day and only doing a little bit of work when absolutely necessary is really helping. Next week I am back to dentistry. I'm not going to lie. I would much rather be in my cabin working away because it is my happy place. But the bills need to be paid, so I am going to go back out into dentistry, and then I will just be kind of dividing my time between the agency and obviously here. So the goal is to eventually have this working for me fully, but right now that's not an option, so I'm just lucky enough to have that to fall back on. It's going to be interesting next week to see how I manage to juggle it all, so I will definitely be reporting back in. I haven't done too badly this week with making sure I've done all of my tasks. I have only not done one, which was I needed an hour to work on my wholesale, updating my wholesale catalogue, which I haven't done yet. So I don't know, I may do a little bit of it this evening, or I may just kind of say, that's it, I'll roll it over for next week. Who knows? But that is where I'm going to end things today with the first studio vlog of the year. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this little look behind the scenes. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm hoping to get to 250 subscribers this year, so help me reach that goal. If you're already subscribed, you are awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!